Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just doing a quick video while I'm in the process of doing what I said I was going to do to this Toys R Us Arthur Fleck head. I want to turn it into the bathroom scene. My outfit hasn't arrived yet, so I thought I'd at least get started on the paint job for the head. And I was thinking, it would be cool to have the kind of head sculpt from the scene where he's just got the white face, because it was really creepy looking. Obviously his hair was green then, and if I'm going to be doing the bathroom scene, I don't want to paint the hair green. I want to leave it brown, so I'm not going to paint the hair green, but I will take some pictures of the head like this and then just crudely Photoshop the hair green so that you can see what it would look like. But one thing I really wanted to say is, since I've painted this face white, and I know the body is super, it's super old school. This is an old Hot Toys True Type, I think. It used to be my Hitman figure, but painting the face white, man, it really does let you see that the sculpt that Toys R Us did for Arthur Fleck here, Joaquin Phoenix, is absolutely spot on. It's incredibly well done. It looks just like him. It's just the paint job that was on the head sculpt is just not that great. And one of the main problems with it is actually the lips. Obviously, just the stock head when you get it. If you notice the lips, they're just not very well painted or not very pronounced. And it tends to make him look like he doesn't have any lips, which is the thing that kind of makes him look a bit weird. But once you paint over the face with the white paint, it gets rid of that issue, and you're just left with just this awesome sculpt. I mean, it's him, 100%. So you really don't want to go too thick with the paint on the skin, because you kind of want his skin tone to just be underneath it. So I managed to do that. It's not too bad. I don't know how it's coming across on camera, but in person you can still see the kind of the pores of the skin, kind of that, it's not too thick. So anyway, this is not going to be from that scene in the film when he does, what's that guy's, what's the character's name? You got the little guy, Gary, and then I think it's Roy, is it? The one who sets him up with the gun, or he's a douchebag anyway, but he gets what he deserves. But yeah, it's just really cool. I wish I had a body that was better, for this kind of thing. I could at least do a little showcase video, but I'll just catalog it on the channel. I just really wanted to show you how it looks with just the scary white face. It's really creepy. Definitely worth thinking about doing this. It's a shame I don't have the Jared Leto Joker anymore, because I had the blue kind of tracksuit pants. It did have Arkham down the leg, but they were very kind of similar in the way that they kind of went on, the figure, those blue Arkham pants that I used to have for the Jared Leto Joker. But I wouldn't have had a body good enough anyway. I mean, you'd need a very specific kind of body to kind of get that accurate look. I mean, I don't even know if there's a body out there that could get the accurate look to the topless Arthur Fleck. But anyway, before I go painting this to look like the bathroom scene and add the red lipstick and the blue and all that stuff, before I do that, I wanted to show it to you, just with the scary kind of white paint look. And I'll take some pictures now, and like I said, I'll Photoshop the hair green for the pictures and you can see what it would look like. But I'm really impressed with the sculpt. It's really, really accurate. Very creepy. Look at that. It's really good. All right, so I'm looking forward to doing the paintwork from the train scene, or the bathroom scene. Because he got a bit of a bloody nose. He had some blood around, this chin here. The makeup was a little bit smeared and messed up. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm not going to rush into it. I just wanted to get the base coat of white paint done. That was the scariest bit. Now doing the red and the blue paint on top is going to be, you got to have a steady hand. I've never done that before, so I'm hoping it's going to go okay. But look at that, man. It looks so much like him. Just zoom in. Yeah, very can't stress enough how accurate I think this sculpt looks. It's really, really, really good. Also, guys, I'm getting a lot of requests to do a tutorial video on how I did the hair lengthening on the figure over there. Yeah, it's basically super sculpty clay. That is not the best stuff to use. You want to get something called, I think it's called epoxy sculpt or something like that. Never used the real stuff before. This is what I've been using for years, just every now and then when I need to do a bit of work on something. It's just called super sculpty clay. It's on eBay. It's like a green and white kind of box that it comes in. Or some people will just sell it, you know, in little packets depending on how much you want. It's not the best stuff to use because you really have to heat this up. You're supposed to put it in an oven and bake it to get it to solidate. I use a hairdryer or a heater. So you basically, say for Arthur Fleck over here, if you want to make his hair longer, you basically just need to, you know, put it on there and start using a really sharp little knife or a little tool, you know, sculpting tools that you can get. And you want to start trying to sculpt it to look like his hair. And that's it. You just got to get it sculpted and then heat it up with a hairdryer and get it to turn hard. You got to really heat it up, like really close to the heat, and keep it there for a good, you know, like 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Be careful. Don't let things catch fire. Don't melt anything. And then you got to try and match the color of his hair. If you're painting it green, then you basically just mix different colors together to get the right color. Here's the paint that I use. Where is it? Yeah, it's called Revel Aqua Color, and you can get it all different colors. And to get the green right, I just mixed green, yellow, and black together until I got the shade right, and that's it. So I hope that helps. It's pretty straightforward. I didn't really ever watch any tutorials on how to do stuff like that. It looks so it's so crazy how good this head sculpt is when you cover it like with white paint. It's just ridiculously real. Even though he hasn't got any hands right now, it still looks like him. It's crazy. And this body is nice and skinny as well, the true type body that I'm using. So yeah, that's how I did the hair lengthening. So yeah, it's just, you want to get yourself something like, oh, that's what I was saying, yeah, epoxy, whatever it's called. You don't have to heat it. Apparently, once you start molding with it, I think it starts to solidate and turn hard after about an hour or something like that. And it's a lot more durable. The super sculpty stuff, once it dries and once you get it all finished, you have to be so careful that you don't bump into it because it will just sort of crack and crumble apart eventually. So yeah, I would YouTube, you know, videos out there's proper tutorials out there on how to sculpt and how to do moldings and on model kits and stuff. So that's really what you want to be watching. I'm good at doing this stuff. I'm not so good at sort of teaching it, you know, because no one taught me. I'm just experimenting, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, he looks awesome, and let's get started with the photography.